Welcome to my channel iReaction. Today's shout out goes to court watchers. Let's dive into today's video. The debate begins with a reference to an interim order, suggesting the court's intent to finish the matter for Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams states that no child support payments are demanded by the custodial parent, allowing the court to finalize the temporary agreements.
Looks like I did a temporary order last time, and we're trying to hope to finalize your case today. Mr. Williams, go ahead.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. In the temp order, the retro was reserved, but today there are no child support arrears being requested by the CP dad.
It has been determined that no domestic violence has occurred between the parties in the last 2 years, and neither side has requested a non-disclosure agreement. The dependent children are currently covered by government medical insurance, and the mother also has one minor child. Financial information are given, with the mother earning $3,974 gross per month and $2,458.69 net, resulting in a child support agreement of $300 per month beginning May 1st, 2025. Medical support is also agreed upon at $200 per month, beginning on the same date. Both parties agreed to joint managing conservatorship and a normal possession order for visiting beyond 100 miles, with a geographic restriction to Dallas and the surrounding counties. The mother will have possession of the children on the final weekend of each month, with exchanges taking place at a specified Walmart location in Dallas. Ms. Johnson will be assessed for court expenses that reflect the scope of the agreements reached at this point. Disagreements and clarifications. Ms. Johnson is summoned to confirm the agreements, but she disagrees with some of the requirements, particularly the notice for visits.
So I would like to move forward with the rest of the temporary agreements that are going to be made final today, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Parties are agreeing to make final today that there's been no family violence between the two of them in the past 2 years. Neither party is requesting a non-disclosure. Parties agree that the dependent children are currently on government medical insurance. Parties agree that the non-custodial parent mother has one other minor child. Parties agree that the non-custodial parent makes $3,097.47 per month gross. Parties agree that that she makes $2,458.69 net. Parties agree that child support should be set. Current child support should be set at $300 per month, beginning May 1st, 2025. Parties agree medical support should be set at $200 per month as of May 1st, 2025. Parties are in agreement to be joint managing conservatorship. Parties agree that there should be a state of possession order for over 100 miles. Parties agree to a geographic restriction to Dallas and contiguous counties. Additionally, parties are agreeing that mom is to have her 1 week in possession on the last weekend of each month. And parties agree to an exchange location at Walmart at 7401 Samuel Boulevard in Dallas, Texas, 75228. And additionally, parties agree court costs to be billed to Mr. Johnson. No, I'm sorry, Ms. Johnson. My apologies. Those are the extent of the agreements, Your Honor. This time, I'd like to call the parties and confirm those agreements.
Okay.
At this time, I'd like to call the mother. Ma'am, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Lanaya Johnson.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Did you hear, can you give me my apologies. Did you hear the agreements I previously read out into the record?
Yes, I did, but I don't agree to some things.
Okay. Now, the agreements were essentially coming from your temp order. So there's been some things that have happened since your temp order that have changed your mind on your agreements. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what you no longer agree with, or would you like me to go through and you tell me at the end?
Okay, so as far as the child support, I'm fine with that, which I only make $1,200 a month, but I am fine with paying the medical support as well as the child support, which is the $500 a month. But what I don't agree with is that ever since the temporary order, the father is basically stating that I'm not giving him a 14-day notice before my visits, which I am, but also basically, so like I feel like the father is still in contempt because even if I give a 14-day
objection relevance.
Okay, if we're picking a week of the month, which is what Mr. Williams announced, that you're basically going to do a specific weekend, doesn't that fix the 14-day notice, Ms. Johnson?
Yes, it does. But what I'm saying is,
But besides that, what else is there?
So basically, the father is just not agreeing to exchange the kids with him. He's wanting someone to basically be in place, like to supervise the visits. He doesn't want it to go through him for the exchange. And so I was asking for someone to be there, which he stated to me that I could bring someone with me, and that's fine. But also I don't agree to like the primary conservatorship, so I plan to file a motion.
Okay, so I didn't know nothing's been announced about there being any kind of supervisor for exchanges. It just says y'all picked a place where to do the exchanges. So as far as I know, we haven't asked Mr. Hayes any questions, but from what's been reported, there hasn't been that request. So obviously, it's preferable, of course, that it only be the parents be there for the visitation exchanges It's better if you don't have significant others show up. Things kind of change sometimes, of course, when maybe we're not available, we got to be there. Maybe we got to go to work or something. Sometimes we
Yeah.
got to be somewhat reasonable with that. Um, Preferably, of course, you don't want girlfriends or boyfriends to be there because they can
Hmm.
get into fights and stuff, and they always wind up causing the problems.
Yes, sir.
But once somebody is a spouse, that kind of changes the game altogether because it's not just a girlfriend or boyfriend anymore. So,
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I have a parent that can come with
within
me
some
as well.
reason, I understand, but we'd rather you two be the ones to do the exchanges. So I don't understand the problem. You're announcing there's been no family violence, so there's no reason why y'all two can't meet there,
Hmm.
do the exchange. You don't have to have a long conversation and
Okay.
move on with your day.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So what else do you not agree to?
So, as far as that, then if everything is able to go well with that visit regarding me and him, then I'm fine with that.
Okay. All
So
right, go
just to
ahead.
confirm, Ms. Johnson, I'm sorry, Your Honor, my apologies.
Go ahead.
Just to confirm, Ms. Johnson, those agreements are still your agreements currently. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay.
Yes.
I believe the last thing I asked you was, do you believe these agreements are in the best interest of your children?
No, not as far as the primary conservatorship.
Okay. But are you asking the court in general to accept these agreements and make them the order of the court today?
Yes.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to pass this witness, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to call the father, Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hayes, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Michael Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Hayes. Did you hear the agreements I previously read out into the record, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are those still your agreements between yourself and Ms. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe these agreements are in the best interest of your child?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. At this time, Your Honor, I'd like to pass this witness as well.
Okay. Just one thing I think I need to change from your agreement. I'm assuming y'all don't live in the DFW area. Somebody doesn't.
I don't.
Yeah.
So, Miss Johnson, where do you live? What city?
In Big Spring, Texas.
Okay, that's pretty far from Dallas, right?
Yes, sir. It's like 4 hours.
Okay, Mr. Hayes, you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's one part we're going to include a geographic restriction making Mr. Hayes live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We only do that if both parties live in the same area. So if you both live in the DFW area, then we will say that Mr. Hayes can't move with the child. So that way we don't change visitation. But being that y'all both don't live here, there's no need for a geographic restriction.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the weekend of the month, Mr. Hayes, that were agreed to
It was
do visitation? Last
It was
weekend?
it was the last weekend of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Ms. Johnson raised an issue about notice. I don't think I made the decision, but I think that's something y'all may have put in your last temporary order. If we're picking a weekend, does she need to give you notice that she's going to come?
No. I think it should be fine. That's the best thing I think for both of us because the 14-day notice stuff is just too much. So if it's just a certain weekend, I think to me that's perfectly fine.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, communication's good. Sometimes just having some ground rules helps out a lot too. Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So then I'm agreeing on everything y'all have approved, asked for. So we're doing the mother will pick up on the last weekend of the month. I'm changing the geographic restriction that there be no geographic restriction. Court calls Bill Ms. Johnson. We'd have to name a primary. Mr. Hayes primarily has the child, so he's going to be primary, and y'all going to be joint managing conservators as y'all agreed to. All right. The Attorney General's office will put that in writing. Email y'all a copy. You're done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Okay, can I ask you a question real quick for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, what does that mean that no geographic restrictions?
As I said, usually if people live in the same area, we want to make sure that they're able to visit.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so if you both lived here and then you said, "Well, I want to move to California," we would probably say put in the order that you can't do that because we want the mother to visit. So,
Yes, sir.
it being that you don't live in the same area, then they kind of you can move wherever you want to, just like mother can move anywhere she wants to, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, okay. Yes, sir. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate your time.
Okay. All right then. Y'all can press leave to exit out. Thank